Hey Banksy class, well, what a great first half term we've had. But do you know, I've just left school and I realised we did all our finishing off, we did all this fantastic learning, we did these songs, we did the music, we've been amazing. However, we did forget to finish our classroom book. This will not do, because I've got a new one I want to choose for the next half term, and it's a good one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue reading this on here and upload it to Dojo. Well, actually, you'll be watching it now on Dojo. That's what you're doing. So I thought I'd read to you at home. Now, you can tell your parents. So our book is called Pigs Might Fly by Michael McPurgo. And it's all about a little pig who obviously thinks he can fly. And all the farmyard animals think he's a little bit loony. And they try and tell him, but he don't want to listen, does he? So we've met lots of characters. We've met lots of animals. And actually, Mrs. Fish can't remember all the characters' names. And we've met Farmer Rafferty, because he's funny, because I do a funny voice, don't I? So Farmer Rafferty. And we know Farmer Rafferty has got a big machine called Thunder. And we wondered who is Thunder? Thunder's a big combine harvester. So he's brought Thunder out. And Thunder's come out. And he's collecting all the corn. So obviously the dog has a day off, and the dog is going crazy with all the smells around the farm. That's how far we've got up to. So we're up to chapter 4. I hope you can hear me, because I'm sitting outside and it's that really rainy day. I don't like the rain, but I like sitting out under the rain in the shelter, if that makes any sense. I like listening to the rain, but I don't like getting wet in the rain. Chapter 4. Jigger, my dear, farmer's voice. It was old Farmer Rafferty calling from the house and whistling for him. Jigger, come on, boy. Jigger, I know it's your day off, but the sheep have broken out in the back meadow. Come, boy, come. Jigger, Jigger. Old Farmer Rafferty was using his nasty, raspy voice now. You come here, Jigger, else there'll be trouble. If I go now, I'll have wasted my whole day, Jigger thought. There'll be nothing left in that cornfield for me to chase when I get back. Because he's going mad, smelling all the different smells, like the mice, the hedgehogs, the frogs, the toads, the insects. And then Jigger had an idea. Woof, bark. Jigger's barking brought all the animals running and waddling and flying to the gate. Bring them all out to the gate field, Captain, he called out. The animals all looked at each other nervously. Don't worry, old Thunder's fast asleep. He's been working hard, Jigger told the animals. And so they all went out into the field, all except Diana, the silly sheep who refused to go anywhere near old Thunder, whether he was asleep or not. Jigger quickly explained everything to Captain, and he went off towards the farmhouse. And in no time at all, Captain had them all organised and ready. Nothing must leave the standing corn. Jigger says that they were to chase it because if anything comes out. So, Peggotty and her little pegs, including Pint Size, remember Pint Size is the one who thinks he can fly, were sent to guard the north side of the golden square of standing corn, along with Egbert. I'd rather be eating an old shoebox right now, thought one of the animals. Primrose and Auntie Grace went off to guard the south side with Albertine and her goslings. Are you sure this is the south side? Just trust me, my dears, said the cow. Captain himself stayed to guard the east side with Frederick and Cockerel. Are you sure you can see all right from there, Frederick? So look, he's asking him on top of his head. Are you sure you can see all right from there? And Mossop the cat, with one single eye, was sent off to guard the west side of the field. Oh, I wish it was my day off, thought Mossop. Now you won't go to sleep, will you? Said the cockerel. Of course not. What makes you think I'd do something like that? Cats always sleep, don't they? And look, Mossop's looking very cheeky. I think Mossop's going to go to sleep. So on three sides of the golden square of standing corn, the animals all kept watch. But for Mossop, it was all far too much. The sun was hot, and the piles of straw were so soft and ever so inviting, he laid down. he closed his one eye, his single eye, and then quite forgot what he was there for. And Mossop fell asleep. Chapter 5. Now's our chance. Go for it. No time to pack. Quick, while he's asleep. All of these voices are from the cornfield on the side, the west side, isn't it? That Mossop is supposed to be looking out for. Look, the Mossop's fast asleep. Look at all these eyes poking out of the cornfield. Mossop snored as he slept, and inside the golden square of corn, they heard him, and they saw him, and they took their chance. One by one, all the little creatures of the cornfield left their hiding places in one long line, and they left westwards. Yeah, see, westwards. And we've been learning the compass directions, haven't we? I bet you could even tell your parents where north is, where south is, where west is, and where east is. And if you can't tell them, talk about it over the holidays when you're out walking. See if you can, there's apps on phones where you can work out where north and south is. Obviously we talked about it at school because we knew our position at school. When we looked out to the field, it was North Lynn, so we knew that was in the north direction. We knew Linsport was east. Obviously the opposite of north is south, and the opposite of east is west. Sorry, it's uncomfortable. So one by one, all the creatures have left the west side of the field. The rabbits were first, then it was the mice, then the rats, then the moles, and then the voles, and the pheasants and the partridges, the beetles and the bugs. So that was all those lovely smells that the dog could smell. And now they've all got out without being caught. They tiptoed past the snoring cat and out across the open field until they reached the safety of the hedgerow, where they all vanished. That takes us to chapter 6. And we haven't got too many more, look. See, we nearly have finished. We were so close at school. Not long after this, Jigger came herring back from the gate. Didn't let anything escape, did you? Not one thing. We did a proper job for you, Jigger. A proper job. So look, the horse is really proud of himself. He really does believe he's done a proper job of guarding this field, and no creatures have escaped. And all the animals hurried back to the farmyard just in case Old Thunder woke up again. All of them except Mossop, who still lay fast asleep in a pile of straw. Just this last little square to finish, Jigger. Oh, sorry, I didn't do my voice. Just this last little square to finish. I can't do it now. Just this last little square to finish, Jigger, said old Farmer Rafferty, after he'd finished his tea. Be finished by sundown, my boy. In spite of those darn sheep, we'll get it finished. I'll get them. Look, that's what Jigger's thinking. I'll get them sheep. But Jigger was not listening. He had other things on his mind. As Old Thunder started up again, he was ready and waiting for the first of the little creatures to break out of their hiding space, and he was going to be ready to catch them. Round and round and round the field went Old Thunder for the last time. And round the field went Jigger for the last time, slinking low to the ground, trying to smell the animals. By the time the sun set behind the tumble-down barn, not a stalk of corn was left standing, and nothing at all had come out of the corn. No rabbit, no rat, no mouse, no vole, no mole, no pheasant, no partridge, no beetle, or any bugs. Nothing. Well, I'll be jiggered, said Jigger. I don't believe it. I mean, I just don't believe it, Jigger said to himself. I could have sworn there were hundreds of them in that corn. I could smell them. I really could smell them. It's the sun, Jigger, said Mossop, who had just woken up. Does strange things to you, Jigger. Too much sun and you can see things that aren't really there. So I suppose you can hear things that aren't really there too. I suppose you could probably even smell things that aren't really there, Jigger. I can tell you, Jigger, Nothing came past me when I was on guard. Well, they wouldn't dare, would they? How funny is Mossop look? He's very proud of himself. He's been asleep the whole time. And he yawned hugely, as the cats do. Jigger looked at Mossop sideways and wondered. Had a good day off, Jigger, my dear, old Farmer Rafferty shouted as he passed up high up on the old thunder, as it bonged and rattled and clashed and bashed. What are all these words called? Bong, battle, clash and bash. And old Farmer Rafferty laughed and laughed until the laughter turned into a song once again. Oh no, Miss Fish got to sing. One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog, woof woof, went to mow a meadow. It's been a long day. Don't know about you, Jigger, but I'm just about ready for bed, said Mossop. Ha! How funny is that? Cats do sleep a lot though, don't they? And then the night came down and the moon came up and everyone slept on Mud Puddle Farm. Quiet now, Jigger. Busy day tomorrow. Oh, it's a dog's life. The end. So it was a busy day on Muddle Puddle Farm. I say Muddle Puddle, but it's actually just Mud Puddle Farm. So we met all the farm animals. We met Pint Size, who was the smallest of the pigs, who thought he could fly, who tried. And actually all the other farm animals really rallied round because they didn't want him to get hurt, did they? So they actually, Pint Size would try, he would fall, and they would always be there to catch him. They were really good friends then, weren't they? Can you think of some really good friends that help you, that support you, that are there to help you if you fall and help you get back up? I hope so. So, that's our book complete. Have a lovely half term, and I'll see you at school for the new one.